What's up, y'all? So we are back to doing reviews once again after a short break. And so before we start this video, we just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who joined our meet and for making it a huge success. Now, and we had over 50 of Sri Lanka's most unique cars at our meetup. So we just want to thank you all for that. Now, for those of y'all who attended the meet, the cars behind me might look familiar. Yeah, these are two Subaru B4 Legacies, and no, they aren't automatic like most Legacies here in Sri Lanka. Both of these are 5-speed manuals. Cool, yeah? So, before we start the video, I just want to remind you all to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon so y'all get the latest content ASAP as we upload more content of cool cars.
B4 sounds quite random, doesn't it? But no, it actually does stand for something. B being for bing bang. But no, it actually stands for boxer engine, as all Subarus are highly known for. And the 4 being all-wheel drive, as these are all-wheel drive cars. Now, the B4s are quite underrated in the JDM community, and to be honest with you, they aren't what they seem to be. Well, they're also a family car by day and a sleeper by night, right? So we also noticed that you guys enjoyed the little interview session that we had with the previous owner on the in-depth review of the Alto K10. Be sure to check the video out. It's in the description down below. So since all of you guys liked it, we decided to do another one, and we have decided to bring in the owner of, well, where did I go there? Well, this stunning black B4. Very nice. So that's a bit too close for everyone's liking. So Machan, why don't you come and introduce yourself to the viewers? And there the man comes.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey man, how's it going?
Hey.
Lovely car.
Thanks, man.
So, do you have a seat?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Cool.
That's it. This is not the
It's not the most practical, but it's all right. Cool. Okay, so why don't you introduce yourself to the audience, Machan?
Hey guys, I'm Manoj Amasekara, and I'm the owner of this Black Beauty, and yeah, that's about me.
That's about it. So, but well, there's more to the cars than meets the eyes. So, why don't you tell the audience give them a small rundown on why on the B4? For some of them who that don't know the car, a small introduction maybe.
So B4 is like it's in the legendary category in WRC. So when WRC happens, the Subarus introduce the Legacy. So Legacy is the first car which run on WRC under Subaru. Then they switch to STIs and WRX. So this inherits the WRC bloodline. So this is my car. So it's a B4 2000 model, and it's a pre-facelift. And the other car we have right over here, it's the 2001 facelift vehicle. So you can see the difference from the face. So
exactly, it's quite noticeable. Yeah, it's a big difference.
Yes, and under the hood, there's a slight changes on the engine as well. Like so early stages, early years. So B4 had Rev A, Rev B, and Rev C.
Do you mind explaining to the audience what those different categories are? In brief, just to give a small overview.
They improved the engine little by little throughout the years.
Yes.
And then they finally improved it on the manifold side, and that's the Rev D. Rev D is much better and smoother than the Rev A and Rev B and Rev C.
Yes.
So these cars both are behind me are 5-speed manuals with twin turbo
and
setup.
That's quite rare. It's quite hard to find a manual B4 if I'm not mistaken on the island, right?
Yes,
they're all quite
there are like
handful.
Yep, I think like 5 or 6.
And these two are you're lucky to own one. You're lucky to own one.
Yeah, like most of the B4s in Sri Lanka is like automatics.
Yeah, which is a bit of a bummer if you're talking about it.
It's not a bummer. Like you need to have your hand on the stick. That's
but to be honest with you, okay, I mean, if you have a passion for cars and driving manual, it won't be a hassle if you think about it.
Yeah.
But it does get tiring at some one
yeah,
point. So yeah.
Yeah, especially in traffic.
And we aren't always young.
True.
So yeah, so that was a really good rundown. So now you guys know a little bit of history along with the two cars behind us as well. So now, out of all cars, why the B4? What's the reason behind it? You know, what do you,
So we aren't going to be young for a while, like forever.
Yeah.
So like we have family commitments, and even if you are like a JDM
fanboy, you can't
fanboy,
really always stick to that. It's hard.
Yeah,
Like as years go by, you'll want comfort and luxury.
Yeah. So I owned previously I owned a Civic,
Okay.
which was a family sedan car. So then I wanted to go for a turbo car.
Oof.
So my first option was like get a GT or a Glanza.
Yeah, I
Then
mean,
it's a-
in Sri Lanka, those are the most common options people would go for. But then
Yes.
you can't really blame them because
Yes.
the lack of cars we have here.
Yeah, and then my main option was like it should be a family car.
Family car by day, sleeper car by night, right?
Yeah, true. Night Fury.
Night Fury, yeah.
So then I was going through, my mind was going through E46 and Evos and B4s.
Yeah.
And one day my friend come up to me and said that there's a nice B4. Why don't we go and check that? I was like, Subarus.
Yeah, a bit of a hassle, don't you think? Yeah.
Like I was like, no. Then he was like, no, let's go and check it.
He's quite persistent about it, right?
Yeah.
That's good, that's good.
Then I went to check the vehicle.
Uh-huh.
Then once the previous owner opened the garage, I fell in love and I was like, okay.
Love at
fuck
first sight.
Other car. I'm going to buy this one. I don't believe in love at first sight, but
this car made it. That's good, that's good.
Yeah.
So, for how long have you owned the car? And then, I mean, are you okay with the choice you made, or do you have like any regrets? But I don't think you do, judging by what you just said.
I don't have any regrets. Like, man, the previous owners who had this car, they regret selling this, and they were
Now they do.
asking me to like sell it back to them.
Yeah.
I was like,
hell no.
No.
So
I owned this car for like 1 year, almost. I mean, like more than 1 year. Like,
we were
it was
talking
yesterday.
exactly. Yeah, I was just going to say
yesterday
to the
was,
audience.
Like, a year ago, yesterday, I bought this car.
Uh-huh.
So today, like, it's a 1 year anniversary.
Perfect time to do a shoot as well.
Yes, it's
So-
perfect timing.
So judging by what you just said just now, I'm sure that you have only been having a good experience with this car. So cars are cars, right? They are bound to face an issue. Any issues so far? No.
Right now, I don't have any issue with but except the like pumpy fuel.
And since we're on the topic of fuel consumption, how much do you said it takes?
So
It does.
if you throttle it really hard, it will go low as 3. But if
Flipping
you go,
hell, man.
If it goes like cruising, just enjoying the drive and like don't give a shit about the other world
And
the rest of the world.
Yeah.
It'll go around 6 to 7 inside Colombo.
Outside.
So once I did a candy run with my family with luggage, it did 8.5, and I haven't tested it in the highway.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we should maybe one day. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do a highway run.
The thing is, like when you go on highway, I really can't stick to 100.
Yeah, you can't. Once you go, you're just gone. You're here, there, and gone.
Yes, it's like, whew, okay, it's 130, 140.
Oh, shit.
Okay, shit, I need to
Slow down. And it's hard
I
to slow
can't-
down. Also, it's kind of
Yes.
it's like annoying. So now, let's just assume that like one of our viewers who are watching this video decide to go and get a B4. What would be the key points to look at? Like, what would you advise them to do before they buy a B4? What to look at? What not to get? And all that. What's your view on that? Because I mean, I'm sure every B4 owner has their own perspective on it. So what's yours?
You have to like, if the car is well maintained, you can like definitely go and buy it. You need to like check whether the service are done on time. If that person haven't done on time, then you are asking for trouble.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So I
Service-
think that goes for all the
That goes for-
cars,
that goes for, yeah,
most of the cars.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Especially
And
for
the
some
other
turbo
thing is,
cars
like,
as well.
If you are owning a gas station, it's a plus point.
That's good.
Well, last question before we wrap this little session up. Are you selling the car?
No. See ya.
Alright, now Shervin's done with the whole interview part and all that. So now I'm here to talk about the whole serious business part, the engine bay. Yes, both of these V4 Legacies comes with an EJ20 engine, of course. It is a 2-liter Boxer 4, as Shervin mentioned, the B4 Bing Bong. So now, both of these cars have 280 horsepower. So the Black Legacy over here is a pre-facelift version. And this one is a facelift version, 2001. There are few engine changes over the years from the pre-facelift and the facelift version. Now, both of these cars, there are two turbos. It's a twin turbo car. The first turbo kicks in at around 2000 RPM up to around 4500. Now, from around 4500, the secondary turbo will kick in up to the red line. Yes, so that's how the twin turbos work on the Legacies, both the Legacies. Yes, even though there are few minor changes over the years from the pre-facelift onto the facelift. So yes, like I mentioned, they have 280 horsepower, just like many JDM cars from that era, right? Even the WRX STIs have that 280 horsepower. Yeah. Now, here you have a 3-core aluminum radiator on this car and on this car as well. It's like a necessary upgrade or a mod that a Subaru owner should get to their car, because these engines tend to heat a lot, right? Subaru engines heat a lot. So, as many of you guys know already. Now, the changes are here in the air filter sensors are changed over the years from the pre-facelift to the facelift version. And then we have the intake manifold is slightly improved on this car to work better and give more performance and efficiency on the performance side. Yes. So as you guys can see, there is a minor change over here in the intake manifold here. Yes, and also the piping. Yes, piping and all that. Other than that, there is no significant changes for the engine bay. Of course, they all produce the same power and all that. Now, interior of the Black Legacy, the pre-facelift. First off, we have a 4-spoke Momo steering wheel, not aftermarket by the way. 4-spoke, and onto the right side is your door card. You have power shutters, power mirrors, all that, and your fog lamp button. Yeah. Now moving to the left side, we have the AC vents as usual, your AC controls again, and your infotainment system aftermarket, and a Defy differential pressure. Yeah, don't know what that is. Anyways, right, cigarette lighters, whatnot is also there. There's a small storage compartment over here for your phone or your wallet or whatever it is. Handbrake, manual handbrake, as we JDM guys prefer. Manual handbrake with a third pedal is what we need, right? 5-speed manual, like we mentioned in the beginning. The seats are quite comfy, I must say. Oh, and the first impression as I got into the car, I was telling Shervin, is that this car smells so good. Honestly, for a 90s car, smells so good. Oh, anyways.
Smells like a Japanese anime girl.
We haven't smelled one, but we assume so. So, SRS airbags on each side in case you decide to crash, So the seats are leather, and these door cards are also wrapped in leather, by the way. And these seats aren't from the factory, but they have the factory leather. Yes, and we have a glove box as usual. Now, here it is a cup holder over here. I'm not going to open it because so rear seats are there's a decent amount of leg space, and head space is quite good. Honestly, it's a really good sedan. Like Shervin mentioned, sleeper by night and something by day. I don't remember it. Anyway, oh yeah, family car by day and sleeper by night. There you go. Right, so now we are done talking about the interior of this pre-facelift. We'll move on to the facelift version. I've jumped into the facelifted version Legacy. Now, first off, I forgot to mention in that car also is this when you open the door, the light says which door is open. It's quite interesting or quite unusual for a car from this era. Yeah, because most of the new cars doesn't have it, right? Now, same 4-spoke Momo steering wheel, just like the pre-facelift version. So pretty much everything is similar, identical. Except for these few changes. First off, we have a turbo time over here, which is again aftermarket. These aren't changes from the factory, but you know, from the owner. And then we have an NRG boost gauge. That car also had a boost gauge, by the way. So what's different is from the factory is this trim. This has a black wooden trim going on. It's obviously not real wood, but I kind of like it. And then the same cup holder position, same AC control, air vents, same massage airbags over here on the driver side and passenger side. And the seats are fabric. These are stock seats, by the way, not changed or anything. These are from the factory. The gear knob. This car is also a 5-speed manual, just like the other Legacy we are doing in this video. 5-speed manual, but this one has carbon fiber gear knob. Yes, aftermarket. Again, that car has the original gear knob. Fog lamp light over here, power shutters, power mirrors, just like that car. Same space, same storage compartments. Yeah.
Talk about the exterior. So as you guys can see, this car is quite different from this car, and well, it is because this is the facelift version, as we mentioned before, whereas this is the pre-facelift version. With the facelift version, obviously comes with a few aesthetic variations from the pre-facelift version, obviously, with the lights, the grille, the whole overall front bumper, and yeah. So speaking of lights, the owners added aftermarket eyelids to give it a look, to give it a more aggressive look. And coming down here, you have the rubber front lip to make it a bit more aggressive, I could say. Obviously, you have the fog lamps and the hood scoop that feeds air directly into the intercooler to help with cooling and keep the temps down low. Okay, that's a lot. Now that this is done, let's talk about this. So now, if you guys have seen, or if you have noticed in the video, that this wing is quite different from the wing on this car. Well, it is because this is a wing, it's called the Blitzen wing, not Blitzen, Blitzen. Called the Blitzen wing, that was designed in collaboration with Porsche. And it's also, or you can call it the bat wing, because it kind of looks like a bat flapping its wings. Yeah, and now you have the Legacy embedded in the plastic here, and the iconic tail lights along with the Subaru badging and Night Fury. So you guys don't know, this car is called Night Fury, the Forgotten Fighter, and the B4 badging here. And now, exhaust, everyone's favorite part. So this is a STI Genome exhaust. Both these cars are straight pipes, and this has a STI Genome exhaust system, whereas this one, straight pipe as well, also has a Vapor exhaust system, and they both sound lovely to the ear, I must say. Okay, now let's talk about side profile of these two B4s. So first off, side skirts which make the car look really aggressive and really mean, and then also wheels, 17-inch NKSC03 wheels, and stock brakes on the back, whereas on the front these had WRX9 brakes. Yeah, that's pretty much it about the side profile. Now moving on to the Night Fury, the black B4 over here, the Black Beauty. So same side skirt going on this car as well. So this has stock, where this car has stock B4 wheels, and the rear brakes are stock as well. And coming along the front, so 17-inch wheels as well, and the front brakes are not stock, whereas they are from the WRX6. Yes, so that's pretty much it about the entire car. Okay, now the review on these two B4s are done. Really hope that you guys enjoyed it to the max, and we had like a really fun time making this video, just like with all the other videos as well. Yeah. Huge thanks to the owners, Mr. Manoj and Mr. Gayan, for taking the time to bring out their cars to let us feature them on our channel. And if you guys enjoyed the review on them, be sure to hit that subscribe button and and the like button as well, and turn on the turn on the bell notification. Stay tuned for more awesome content such like this. such as these cars. And anyways, now Oshan, over to you.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram at Streets of Ceylon 20 and follow us on TikTok at Streets of Ceylon for more behind the scenes content and more bomb pictures by our new photographer over here behind the camera.
No, our second photographer.
Second photographer.
Hola Hamad.
Our first photographer finally that's COVID.
Oops. Anyways, so enough of cringe for one video. With that being said, Streets of Ceylon signing out as always.